Hi everybody, hope you're all having a good Saturday. Today I'm going to do a couple different pours and I figured I would videotape this first one. I'm going to do a Dutch pour, so to speak, inspired by Rinske. And if I'm saying that correctly, I hope I am. It's inspired by her, and it's used, you pour your paint on and then you make a puddle pour and then you use a blow dryer to get your effect. So we're just gonna get right into here, and I've already tightened up my canvas, sprayed it with some water inside, let it dry. That gives you a tighter canvas, makes your paint flow better and makes it level better. I'm just gonna start off with some white gloss. I like how the gloss effect works in this particular technique. So she uses her blow dryer to blow the paint around the canvas, but I don't seem to be as good about that as she is. I don't know if my paint consistency is comparable to hers or not. I know she just mixes with water, it seems. Some of my paint does have Floetrol mixed with it, and some of it just has water mixed with it. So the paint I'm using for this particular one does have Floetrol mixed with it, and so does my white. We're gonna see how that does, and then I might try one, mix some paint colors just with water and see what the difference is. Just kind of testing it out. That's all you can do, is play and experiment and have fun with it. That's the biggest thing, is just have fun with it. Don't have great big expectations. Sometimes when you are just pouring from your heart and having fun with it is when you get your best results. You start to get too serious and worried about what it is you're doing and not having as much fun. That's when things kind of go south. It's for me anyway. So I'm just gonna have a good time with it. Giving it a nice coat, trying to get my sides done. I'm using a 3D canvas. It's just a small 6x6. It's nothing fancy. Just from Walmart, actually. You can get 4 of these canvases in a pack for $6.97, so that's really not a bad price. It's a good size to practice with as well, to where if you're wanting to do a much larger pour of this sort using this technique, gives you a little bit of, room to practice before you waste money on a big canvas and it might not work out for you. So kind of got my paint covered on there. I'm gonna take this glove back off. For some reason I just can't work very well with the gloves. I gotta get my hands in the paint. My nails are suffering highly from it. So we're gonna get the bubbles out with my heat gun first. You can see all the little bubbles here, and as soon as I hit it with the heat gun, you'll see those just disappear. Pops them right away. You're not really going to want those bubbles in your paint. If you wait to torch or use a heat gun after you blow your paint, then the possibility of having some of this white come through with a lot of cells is a real possibility. Okay, so now I'm going to switch my cords here so I can use my hair dryer. Ready to go, and we can touch up some of these corners again after the fact, but some of this paint's probably gonna run over your sides anyway, so just making sure I've got decent coverage. I like these little cookie cooling racks for these smaller, keeps it up off of the surface, and kind of nice to use when you're tilting as well if it's a smaller canvas. All right, so my colors today are a phthalo blue, Acrylics Loft turquoise. The phthalo blue is also by Artist Loft. I'm sorry, I said Artist Loft. And then I just have an apple barrel green. It's 50 cents from Walmart. I have some Folk Art Metallic Gold. And I think those are just the 4 colors that I'm going to use on this particular pour here and see what happens. So I'm going to start with my darkest color, which is the phthalo. Her paint seems to be pretty thin when she does these particular pours, so you can really blow the paint. And then next I'm going to go in with my turquoise. It's a pretty color, turquoise. Then I'm gonna add a little green. And add some gold. This one gets a little clogged up sometimes. Add some gold there, and I think I'm gonna put a little hint of gold up here. Now I can see that my gold definitely has some silicone in it as well, and it's starting to run off of the canvas, so finish off with my blue on top here. And then I'm going to pour my white around. First we're going to blow the white over the colors, and then we're going to blow the paint back to try and get our composition. Some of this I'm going to just try and blow. Well, maybe I'm not. I think I'm going to get my straw. The colors are beautiful. My paint might have been almost too thin. You can see where it's kind of sinking underneath the white, but I kind of like that effect. It's almost a purplish silver right in here, which I think is beautiful. That is pretty. I'm loving that. I don't think I want to do anything more right in here either. I really like how that's looking. I like a little bit of that blank space. I'll push that over the side just a bit. I'm not really sure if my white might be a little too thin actually. to sink in there and take over too much, but felt like I had a little bit of a blank spot there on my canvas. Very pretty colors. Push that over the side just a little bit as well. I'm just touching up any areas I feel the paint might have been too thin. And then I will touch up my sides. Oh, that's so pretty. I'm loving this technique. So, take my heat gun to it. I think I need more extension cords so I don't have to keep switching my cords. But we make do with what we have, don't we? I am lucky I have a space in my home that I can have this area to work, and I love it. When I'm at work all day, is all I do is think about coming home and what my next project's gonna be. All right, so we're gonna hit it with the heat gun, see what cells might still come up in here. I don't want them everywhere. Just want to see if we can get some of that gold to come back out. The gold kind of got a little lost in some of those colors, but as it dries, that might come back a bit. So we're getting some nice selling in here. It's really pretty lacing. And I'm sure we'll have a lot more still happen as it sits, but you can see where it brought up all the cells right in here, and it's just beautiful. If I can bring it closer to the camera so you can get a good look at that. Trying to get in closer. Pretty, right? I don't have the best filming setup, unfortunately, and I do apologize for that. I just like to share these videos with you because I know that the other people on Facebook YouTube that share their videos, it's very helpful to me. I learn so much from everyone else, and I get very inspired by everyone else's videos. So I want to thank all of the other YouTubers out there that post their art, and I'm gonna let this one dry and fix my sides and call it good. And I think I might do another pour or a dip, and if I do, I'll share that with you as well. You all have a great Saturday. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like and hit the thumbs up.